Hi guys, welcome to the Fight Tonight channel. Call me. Oscar de la Hoya reacts to news of Gervonta Davis becoming a free agent. Oscar de la Hoya recently spoke to FightHype about the news of Gervonta Davis becoming a free agent. Tank is currently signed with Mayweather Promotions, but his contract expires soon, discussing whether it will be easier to make the Ryan Garcia fight if Tank is a free agent, de la Hoya said. I don't know if it will be easier. I mean, who knows? Because look, Mayweather did a phenomenal job with Tank Davis. I mean, he took him to a world title. He took him to the top. Pay-per-view, who knows? But yeah, pay-per-view, all that. So who knows? I mean, from promoter to promoter. That's how fights would normally get done. So whoever Tank Davis promoter is, give me a call. Oscar de la Hoya also said he would only sign Tank if the boxer became a free agent following his split with Mayweather Promotions. Davis has not confirmed whether he will be parting ways with Floyd Mayweather and his promotional agency. However, Money Mayweather has not denied the rumors either, so it will be interesting to see what Gervonta Davis decides to do next. Friends, before starting to watch this video, I would like to ask you to subscribe to my channel. If you really enjoy the content, then please subscribe to my channel and keep watching the videos. If you are subscribed, then receive notifications about the release of new videos. You do not even have to look for anything personally. I really want to get 1000 subscribers on my channel. I'm trying very hard, absolutely every day, and I need your support. Your likes, comments, reposts to social networks. Thanks to everyone who subscribes to my channel. You are my support, thank you so much. Oscar de la Hoya talks about the expectations Ryan Garcia carries going into his next fight. Ryan Garcia will take on Mayweather Promotions on April 9 in his highly awaited comeback fight. King Ray has not fought since January 2021. And is looking to make a spectacular return to the ring. Ahead of the fight, Oscar de la Hoya spoke to ES News about the expectations that Garcia carries going into this fight. Yeah, it will be amazing. I mean, the fact that, he is been out for 15 months. A lot of people are still expecting a lot from him, and rightfully so. Rightfully so, because Ryan's a talent. He has got everything that it requires to become. Like I said before, to become a superstar, a world champion many times over. So this is the beginning. De la Hoya believes Ryan Garcia will become the world champion this year. King Ray has been looking for a title shot for a long time. He remains unbeaten, but it yet to fight any noteworthy opponent. It will be interesting to see if Garcia gets a title shot before the end of the year. Ryan Garcia. Gervonta Davis is the most exciting fight for me. King Ray on his struggles beyond the ropes, returning to the ring, and why Gervonta Davis is the most realistic super fight for him right now. After more than a year out of the ring, Ryan Garcia returns on April 9, when he boxes Mayweather Promotions at the Alamo Dome in San Antonio. Garcia needed that time out. I was struggling with anxiety and depression, he explained. I don't know if it was the pressure of being a boxer influencer, but all I know is I noticed the problem and I fixed it. I made sure that I was okay. I made the right decision for sure, and I can't wait to be back in that ring April 9. It was time in my life I needed for things that were happening outside the ring. It had nothing to do with my mindset for the sport of boxing or anything like that. Garcia continued. I felt it was the right time to get myself together to make sure I didn't end up paying the price later on if I had kept on forcing myself to just get in the ring. I get in the ring if I didn't feel mentally there outside of the ring. I took that time off and I feel amazing now. I feel like it really helped me stop a train wreck. I think that's what's important. If you are not there mentally, bad things can happen in that ring. It started with counseling. I went to go see a therapist. I took the professional approach to it, making sure I got real professional help. From there, I just started understanding what anxiety really is, and depression, and making sure that I could talk to people. And talking to people really helped me understand what I was going through and know that there is a way out. Hope does a lot for you. As I was able to gather more hope into myself and to see the light at the end of the tunnel, I just slowly but surely got myself out of the problem I was in. It was a team effort to help me get right back on track. In his last fight, Garcia rose from a knockout to stop former Olympic gold medalist Luke Campbell inside 7 rounds. A performance that proved Garcia was more than just a boxer influencer. It showed he belonged at the top of the lightweight division. If you compare Luke Campbell's outings with Vasily Lomachenko, Linares, Luke Campbell gave them hell. I think he beat Linares, and I would say that he was giving Lomachenko all sorts of problems in that fight, Garcia said. With me, if I didn't get dropped, I had the perfect fight and I knocked him out. I showed a lot. I took a great shot. Luke Campbell's a harder puncher than people think. He had some sting on his punches. So he caught me with the best shot possible. But I shot the heart of a champion and I got him out of there. And I knocked him out. I did what nobody was able to do, so I think I showed a lot. But everybody has their opinions on it. Regis progress. If Floyd Mayweather wasn't with Gervonta, he wouldn't be the star he is. Gervonta Davis' contract with Mayweather Promotions is set to expire after his fight with Rolando Romero. It's looking likely that knockout artist Gervonta Davis will be leaving Mayweather Promotions following his fight against Rolando Romero on May 28th. This means one of the boxing's most exciting talents could soon be a free agent, and that would generate a huge amount of interest from other promoters. However, in the eyes of former world super lightweight champion Regis Prograis, Davis wouldn't be a superstar without the help of Floyd Mayweather Jr. I feel like if Mayweather wasn't with Gervonta, I feel like he wouldn't be the star he is, Prograis told the DAZN Boxing show. I feel like Gervonta is a big name because of Floyd Mayweather. Maybe he doesn't like the road, maybe he doesn't like Floyd's personality. Davis has become increasingly frustrated with how Mayweather Promotions has handled his fight with Romero, and recently took to social media to express his frustration. But while it's understandable that Davis would become frustrated with Mayweather's antics, Prograis says it's all part of the package when it comes to working with the boxing legend. Sometimes it feels like Floyd wants to take the spotlight. Floyd is Floyd. Floyd is arguably the greatest fighter to ever live. Gervonta wants to get Floyd to talk about him, but it's still Floyd Mayweather at the end of the day. Devin Haney taking inspiration from young Floyd Mayweather as he agrees huge undisputed fight with George Kambosos Jr. Devin Haney has agreed to go to Australia twice to fight George Kambosos Jr. for the undisputed WBA, IBF and WBO lightweight world titles. The 23-year-old American starlet has been seeking big fights for the past 3 years and will now finally get his wish on June 5. As a contender, Haney pushed to become WBC mandatory for Vasily Lomachenko back in 2019, when the Ukrainian held the WBA, WBC and WBO belts. However, the WBC introduced their franchise champion rule for the lightweight division at this time, which caused mass dispute and denied Haney a shot at their title. Instead, Loma was elevated to franchise status, and Haney was handed to standard WBC world title, far from the way he intended to become champion. Lomachenko then lost a unification with Haney's fellow young American Teofimo Lopez, who also had the IBF title. Some fans consider Teofimo undisputed as WBA, WBC franchise, IBF and WBO champion, while others insist that Haney had the real WBC title. This dispute caused by WBC's unpopular rule will now finally be settled. Lopez lost his belts to unheralded Australian George Kambosos Jr. last November, and the new champion has now agreed to fight with Haney. In order to get this opportunity, Haney had to agree to a rematch clause for his second fight with Kambosos Jr. Both would take place in Australia. He also had to sign the sub-promotional deal with Bob Arum's Top Rank and Kambosos Jr.'s promoter Ludi Bella, who worked together on the agreement. Haney had previously been working on a fight-by-fight basis with Eddie Hearn on DAZN, but will now compete on ESPN moving forwards. The first bout is agreed for Sunday, June 5 in Australia, which will be Saturday, June 4 in the United States time and early hours of June 5 in United Kingdom time. I pretty much just agreed to everything that they wanted, Haney told FightHype. no matter what it was. I didn't argue. If I've gotta go on another network with another promoter to make the fight happen, so be it. If I've got to rematch you in Australia, so be it. It didn't matter, I just wanted the belts. I wanted my name to be in the history books forever. I wanted to be the king of the lightweight division, and that's why they came up with all these demands. I said, yep, what's next? Yep, I'm taking a lot less money than what I should be making. But it is what it is. It's about my name being in the history books and that the money will come. Everybody can't be the money, man, without going through the pretty boy stage when Floyd Mayweather wasn't getting the money. He thought he was worse. When I get a belt, then I can write my own check years. Say Gervonta Haney. Thanks for watching, guys. If you like this video, please subscribe to my channel.